want it.
And we're back with Phoenix Wright.
No, I don't want it.
We took a 6-minute recess.
6-minute recess attorney.
It's been half an hour.
Then I would like to resume our trial.
Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. Ooh, look at me, I'm a defense attorney. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident today. Everyone got their Jiren, except Edgeworth. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one book.
Actually, does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Oh, you knew, you sly motherfucker.
Of course, that's why I tasted. That's why I politely asked you
Miles
to
Edgeworth,
leave.
take the stand.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
Oh my dad. The end.
I killed Dad.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remembered it to this day. That's all.
Until now you've thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Ha! The same claim. The same claim to you.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. One day I'll get the word right.
I'll bitch up your shit, boy.
Do it. I'll film it for my entertainment. Just like to point out, you chose like 2 actual insane people.
What?
You chose 2 actual insane people. Rob.
Why did I choose 2 actual insane people?
I don't know, have you met me? Have you met Effie?
I'm not insane, fuck you.
Alright, mentally unhinged.
Objection! Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and then the scream. And then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
Oh, I see.
But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Objection! You do enjoy dragging out fire, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice.
Rada.
Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Rada!
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot?
Objection! Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that that second shot had anything to do with the incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots fired by defendant the boy at the time. You have any proof that the other was shot fired? Skip my ship, fine.
I didn't skip it. It's still
We
there.
didn't skip it.
Oh, right, okay. Your shot had been fired. Yeah, the shot had fired had nothing to do with the case. I can't fucking see right now.
Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible! I mean nothing!
No, Mr. Montgomery. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. My lord, Mr. Wright, show us your proof.
Show me what you got.
Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident?
Look at this photograph.
Look at this graph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
Let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. How did they not see this like 15 years ago?
What, the one shot in the window and the one shot
Yeah,
in
this
fucking
one.
chest?
As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
You see a bullet hole in the door?
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Rada!
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
Objection! I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. How dare you have waifus? Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page in quotation marks.
The case summary, that's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the... If the pistol had indeed been fired time, so boldly claim, the other bullet should have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life, the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. It is undoubtedly, doubtedly, Blair. Someone.
Oh yeah, fuck me when I fuck up words.
Hey, I didn't say shit.
I'm talking to Rob.
It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Something bullet-shaped and was fired out of something that fires bullets.
It was also undoubtedly.
Order, Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder was fired twice at the time of the incident. As Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. Oh boy. So we have a single bullet fired. My hater had to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. For the first time.
God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No! But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just... when I saw the photograph, I thought the two shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else would fire the killing shot, but now... I was wrong to think of it that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it means that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Dun dun dun. Precisely.
I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
No, I've been playing Connect 4. Yes, Your Honor.
You have any
Playing
objections?
Connect Guilt.
No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did.
Oh no! He's confessing!
Very well. Statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the...
It's on T.
defendants today right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Dost thou have an objection?
I have an objection. Objection! Your Honor! I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Oh.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no!
Gah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's you. That's who you
Ah,
is.
shit. It must exist! Second bullet.
What? What did you say?
Nothing?
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it exists.
We just heard that does not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
Objection. The murderer? Then tell us just who this murderer. And what is a murderer anyway?
Still thinking about that one.
The criminal took the second bullet. Why would he?
Huh?
First of all, how would he have found it? Not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright.
Especially not in a closed
There's some
room.
pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet.
He didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer had no reason that.
Repeat that line, sorry, because you cut out like twice.
Fuck. The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer... What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. I'm a ghost. Boo.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer.
Just saying for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. At the time of the murder himself was shot. And he left with the second bullet still inside. Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that's how it would work.
Like
Yes?
that face. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, all that was from Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So so that would mean
The murderer came from outside. Yes.
Rada.
Pulling it out of his ass. And out of the world of the dead, apparently. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol and his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
Objection. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. Except me. I mean, no one. There was no murderer. Except Miles. He's totes guilt.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something. Really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth said it was his perfect trial record.
Wow!
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. Took a vacation for several months after that, you see. That's an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Kammer didn't take that vacation because of shock, but because of shot?
But because he took it because he was injured. Also, that was a terrible pun, Maya.
Haha! Which would mean
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident!
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Kammer!
Oh, man.
Oh my god, my voice!
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Your Honor!
Say it now.
There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is essentially interesting news. Do tell. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
Doc, my hands are shaky.
But what?
Vagina.
Von Karma! Von Karma? His face as soon as the
Von
quarter
me?
theme. His face as soon as the quarter theme hits in.
Nice.
Indeed, Von Karma, the prosecutor sitting right there. No,
Ugh.
you don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my quote-unquote injury from the incident orange text? Fascinating. Prove it. Shit, wrong password. I would have needed surgery, no. Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me and have him testify. Or her.
Yeah,
Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect.
I am. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane!
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Tisk tisk, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence that proves that I was shot?
Does it show evidence?
I mean, you have a bullet. You do own a bullet, which was apparently found in Gregory Edgeworth.
Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it, and I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... the metal detector!
Nice.
Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
Oh yeah, I do.
There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Rada,
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
objection! Where did you even pull that out from? Also, I refuse.
You refuse. Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
No, I sweat bullets.
Order.
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector on this old man.
Objection. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Objection! The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I'm permitting use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to... God, this is gonna hurt.
Nick? What does this mean?
I don't know. But we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma.
You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent.
Huh?
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
Ouch.
Sorry.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to... Rada.
Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Not I.
Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence, eh?
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict him. Crime.
Try that again.
Oh, shit. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any... I fucking lagged out again, didn't I?
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime.
There you go.
Good. That was really robotic and stupid. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
You gave it to me. This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired from the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. 1 bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
My throat fucking hurts. I am not doing that for so long.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
Stop breathing my air! I'll stop ya! I'll fucking stop ya! Stop breathing my air!
Get away! Get away from my father! Bang.
Blarg!
Borka.
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Von Karma is the man who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth, only you went down to find me.
So, it was you. You would. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that is fantastic. I'm enjoying that. Just watch him do this for a bit.
Just read the line, damn it.
Fine. You and your father are my curse. My other curse is fucking lock screens. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands and bare death. 15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth! Is this still me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure.
Jesus Christ.
Suddenly I found myself in darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt bitter. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, pistol blade. I knew then it was destiny. Bang. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth, still unconscious. Wink. He died never knowing who shot him. Later he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Until I told you. Whoops. Who would have thought another man would come to open the elevator door? Judge!
No, what?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade.
Ah, fudge. Alright, 1 second while I reconnect the call. Alright, sorry about that little pause. Anyway.
Now, end it. Swing.
Iffy? Where did Iffy go? Oh, well.
Okay.
No, not then.
Very well. I am falling asleep though.
That's fine.
Not a boredom, I don't know why, I'm just really tired today. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. I'm saving this. Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent. You are innocent. You said it was all a nightmare?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go find the defense of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Totes
Not
guilty.
your turn.
Super guilty.
That is all. The court is adjourned. Peace, y'all.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Kama looked paler than usual. That's he's a vampire. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole...
I was on the verge of tears the whole. Yeah.
Shit. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you or I love you.
I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that. Now
Sorry.
kiss.
I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
Dear. F.
Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Anytime you need to cover up a crime, just tell me. I'll do it. Until I get
No
puppy
questions asked.
Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe.
Now fork up the cash. I want
That's how you
$20
say
million back.
thank you, with money and food.
I see.
Nice.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all.
Lara!
Y'all great
I
in
thought
there.
you were dead.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yo,
I thought it was
Edgeworth,
fucking
congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
dead.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
Oh god, not again!
It begins again. Alright, if he's gonna be back. It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick! I'm not long for this world! You don't look sick. It's Keonce! She's going to live in Paris! Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Larry. Yo, Edgy! There you are! Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy! Here, a little gift for me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Unusually for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Thanks! Looking forward to it.
Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's how police talk for prison food, is it? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly?
Nick? Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in
$38. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected, I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth. You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
Haha!
There you have it. Gah. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. To death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney, after all. Edgeworth, wanna switch, right?
Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time! Let's go!
And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out to the town at night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, although Edgeworth was still in detention.
Lol, they went to celebrate without him.
Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? Still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter.
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. No, Maya, you are not leaving on my watch.
I guess I'm too late.
The end.
Hey! Nick!
Maya!
So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Objection.
Wait.
Why?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You hurt my sister.
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who could help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
What is this, a trial?
Oh yeah.
God damn it, evidence!
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. I know exactly the piece.
The gun! A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick,
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
you're literally crazy. But I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
Nope. Totally hopeless. So anyway, bye!
Bye.
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 Oh my.
Thanks, Nick. Press F to pay respects.
Until my story ends.
time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the knowledge defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters.
Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Objection! And this was Phoenix Wright, passive-aggressive attorney.
Oh, we're done?
But there's still one more case to be had. But we'll see that next time on Phoenix Wright, passive-aggressive attorney.